band and online at omegaklas.com. Please continue to be blessed and enlightened. Gospel and sports sensible. Blessings. Have you been blessed by the Real Talk Show with Bishop Manning? Well, you can listen to the Real Talk Show Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the Omega Radio app. Just go to your app store and look for Omega Radio, or listen live on the Omega Church Broadcasting Network website. That's www.omegachurchradio.com. You can also watch on Facebook at Omega Church. On YouTube, you can watch the live church service at Omega Church or Omega Radio. You can also call us at 876-319-1148 or 876-613-9129. The toll-free number is 877-494-0253. That was a paid advertisement by Omega Radio.
Good morning, good morning. How are you this morning? It is, yes, it is March 6, 2024. It's Spot On with Vernon. Great to have you this morning. This is coming to you from Jamaica, the little country where we say we're little but with Talawa. Stay with us for your spiritual, social, and intellectual needs. Stay with us because we support what is best for you. It's a people show where I list your concerns and I will leave no stone unturned until your issues are addressed. This is a place to find the experts to help you. This is a place for exciting discussions. This is a place to make sure that your voice is heard. This is a place to be spot on. And if there are issues in your communities, definitely let me know. All you have to do is to call me at 876-968-8117. Yes, and the international number is 954-900-4310. The toll-free number is 877-4940-253. So we definitely want to hear from you. All right, let's see what's coming up this morning. Of course, we start off with some great music. Then we have Make My Comments, then Technology Now. And the lawyer, the people's lawyer, might not be here for the law new, but we see how that works out. If he's able to join us, then he will join us at about 10:30. If he's not, we have some clips that we want to play for you. We're going to start off with great music, yes, on this Wednesday morning with Spot On with Vernon Darby. Oh, yes. What a beautiful morning on a Wednesday. All right, you make sure you prosper. Come on.
But then go and do what them do, man. Yeah, man. And can't stop your blessing. No matter how they sprinkle them powder, God pick me still a prosper. God pick me still a prosper. No matter how them work them over,
Oh yes, still a prosper.
Who God bless, I say
No man can.
One get your blessing, you put God first. God bless, I say no man curse. One get your blessing, you put God first. No matter how they sprinkle them powder, God pick me still a prosper. God pick me still a prosper. No matter how them work them phobia, God pick me still a prosper. God pick me still a prosper. When them did say, when life used to devour me, them the time them me broke. I mean no have no money.
Oh yes.
When them did say, when me used to suffer,
Oh yeah.
the only friend I know was poverty.
That's
But
rough,
me
you
see
know.
God, and Him turn it around. Oh, me see them a vex up, and me see them a frown. But we tell them that no matter how they sprinkle them powder, God pick
It's still a prosper. God pick me still a prosper.
no matter how them work them phobia.
God pick me still a prosper. God pick me still a prosper.
Tell them yes, I me say oh God bless, I me say no.
Oh yes, as they say, who God bless, no one curse. It's great to have you this morning. This is Spot On with Vernon Darby coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica, from the beautiful island of Jamaica, where we say we little but we tallow. I got a message from the minister there, that's Mr. Pernell Charles, Minister of Labor and Social Security. And let's take a listen to it and see if we get what he says. That's Minister Pernell Charles. And it is now, let me see now, it's now 7 minutes past 10.
Project, which
And
represents
let
the
me restart that
Colonel
part.
Charles
We
from the
didn't,
Ministry
let's
of
start
Labor
from the
and
beginning.
The Social Protection for Increased Resilience project, which we call SPIRO, is a critical project which represents the partnership between the government of Jamaica and the World Bank. Through this project, we intend to strengthen Jamaica's social protection programs and systems by improving our resilience and increasing opportunities for the Jamaican population, as well as facilitating now the implementation of systems and improved human resources so that we can have effective disaster risk management response, as well as to strengthen our labor market services. All of this to ensure that we can improve our employment outcomes for the country and that we can support those vulnerable groups, those the most vulnerable, who the Ministry of Labor and Social Security are focused on.
All right, that's Minister Pernell Charles Jr. I'm not sure if I'm very clear as the point that is being made, but what I'm going to ask is probably to invite the minister to come on this program, because it sounds to me that the ideas that he has, or the things to be implemented, should benefit the country, and we definitely like to hear more about it. So I am in fact in touch with the minister, because I really want to hear more from him about that project. Now, quite a number of things have been happening over the past 2 weeks or so. You know, we just had parochial elections, and it seems to me that it's not over as yet. And up to last night, we had some dramatic developments, and I plan to probably play some things later on in the program, depending on if we are able to get, as a matter of fact, I think we probably should go there now and play, before we go that, let me just play a message which we had a long time now from a caller commenting on the BPO sector. So let me just go to that one right now.
Good evening, Mr. Darby. I understand your concerns, and no one has ever thought of this, but I know that you are really concerned about what goes on in our country and the future of our country. I do agree with you. What will really happen if the BPO sector fails? I just don't know, but what will happen, I don't know.
Well, I've alerted those who lead us that is something we have to look at. Or probably billions have been invested in that. And it has been put to me that with artificial intelligence, you might find you'll be less dependence on the BPO. Um, information has been passed on to the Prime Minister and to those who probably need to look at that one. All right, let's hear from yesterday. There was a fire at Petrojam. You know, that's a major thing, and we're happy to hear that it has escalated further because that would be major for the country. And I spoke with Commissioner Stuart Beckford, the head of the Fire Brigade Service. So let's hear what Commissioner Stuart Beckford has to say.
Good evening, Commissioner Beckford Fire Brigade. I can confirm that there is a fire at Petrojam. We currently have uh, 3 fire units on location, and we are mobilizing other resources to be dispatched to the location. Um, the fire, as far as I have been advised by the team on the ground, is not yet under control, but they can manage, and they are working assiduously along with the Petrojam team to bring the situation under control. I will provide further updates as things progress on the ground.
Now, we really have to give thanks, you know. This country, we have many challenges, but God has really saved us this time because if the fire had gotten out of control, it would have been major. I remember years ago there was a fire there, it was major, so we have to give thanks. We also received a statement from Petrojam. It says Petrojam has taken immediate action following a fire incident reported this evening at one of its operations section on Marcus Garvey Drive. The incident occurred shortly after 7 p.m., triggering the activation of the fire alarm and prompting the urgent response of emergency crews and the local fire brigade. He continues to say the safety of our employees is of utmost importance to us, and we confirm that there are no injuries to any of our staff members. Upon learning of the fire, our team acted swiftly to initiate emergency protocols and successfully brought the situation under control. To ensure the safety of our personnel and prevent further escalation, we have made the decision to temporarily state the affected plants offline, or to take actually the affected plant outline. Our focus now lies on conducting thorough assessments to determine the extent of damage caused by the incident. Cooling operations are currently underway to expedite the process and restore normalcy as soon as possible. And it continues to say, we understand the concern that this incident may have raised for valued customers. Now, let me just come in because there's no sense reading all of that. When we send out press releases, please, it's best to stick to the facts, you know, because all this long, a press release should be very short. State the facts, what happened, what's the situation now. I find quite a number of these press releases, they are more about public relations rather than giving you the facts. You can send the public relations material sometime after, but I beg of you, but when something happens, it's crucial. Just put the facts. There's a fire so-and-so, it has caused so much damage, it is put under control. Finish. You don't know, you don't need this long one-page epistle. And I really do think, let me make it very clear. I am not a public relations person trained in the field, but God has given me common sense. And I feel very strongly that many of our public relations persons in the various entities, they probably need to send them on some seminars. You don't need to, I don't know if it's education that has caused all of this. Why are you writing these long stories? We don't need that. And especially for radio. You're probably lucky that I'm able to read some of it. But on radio, they're only going to take out 1 line or 2 lines and read it on radio. And if in the newspaper, they're only going to print a little bit of it. So that's my advice to the media. You know, we normally criticize other people. We must also criticize ourselves. So I beg you, I'm going to put out a long epistle. And it's all about PR, what you're doing, what you take this into concern. That's neither here nor there. You have a fire, say what the damage has been done, when it happened. You can say what precautions are put in place to mitigate against any occurrence or to prevent occurrences. But Lord, man, a long epistle. I tell you, the more educated we become, you know. All right, let me go for the break. You're listening to Spot On coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica. Yes, soon come back. Don't move.
Need to spruce up those clothes or take a break from the washing? Then visit New Look Dry Cleaners and Launderers at 120 Red Hills Road, Kingston 19, or Shop 23 Manor Park Plaza for speedy service and the very best prices. Everything will look like new. Be part of the thousands of satisfied customers. Call 925-9464 or 931-1305. Get the best look at New Look.
Your taxes.
Let's get digital this tax season. File and pay your final income tax return for 2023 and estimated return for 2024 due on March 15 with tax support in so many ways. Start connecting with us through our web hub at jamaicatax.gov.jm, Customer Care Center 888 Tax Help or Special Taxpayer Assistance Program. Tutorials available online. All income tax returns, including individual, must be filed online and on time by March 15. Tax Administration Jamaica, changing the way we do business.
And now we have Mr. Rohan McNally, manager of the Three Angels Pharmacy. Now, Mr. Mac, we've been hearing a lot of good things about Three Angels Pharmacy. What is it that makes the Three Angels Pharmacy so unique?
Well, you know, at Three Angels Pharmacy, we offer fast, friendly, and efficient customer service. We give back to our community. We offer counseling, blood pressure checks, cholesterol checks. We do photocopying, printing, faxes, and if we don't have it, we'll get it for you.
Thank you, Mr. Rohan McNally, manager of the Three Angels Pharmacy. For further information, call us at 625-5584 or 295-7469. Three Angels Pharmacy, located at shop number 7 Caledonia Plaza, 7B Caledonia Road, Mandeville.
Welcome back. Yes, you're listening to Spot On with Vernon Darby coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica. Yes, that beautiful country right here in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. Yeah, man, we say we little, but we tell our. Coming up right now, yes, is Technology Talk. And the man is in the clouds. He'll soon be dropping on Earth, so we'll have him on air. We're talking about the people's IT man, Mr. Andre Monteith. Good morning, my friend. How are you this morning? Good morning, my friend. We're not hearing him at all. Let's try again. Mr. Monteith? All right, if you're listening, this is Spot On coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica. I'm supposed to be having Technology Talk now and trying to link with Mr. Monteith. I'm trying to figure if he's online as yet. Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Vernon, can you hear me?
It take too long to drop out of the clouds, man.
Okay, the clouds must be moving slow today.
I hear you. What's on your
Yes.
mind? What's on your mind today, my brother?
Well, let's see. You sent me a little clip. I realized that, ransomware is out there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's out there, and we need to protect ourselves against it. And you see, they've made such a big attack, and what was it? It was on the healthcare sector in the U.S.
In the U.S.
Right. Yeah, in the U.S. And that does not stop it from coming to us also, because we do have anomalies of ransomware and small businesses out here. There has been a step up of ransomware across the world, a lot in the cloud, as a matter of fact. You see that they seem to target mostly what they try to do. They will get into the resources of the cloud by, getting into somebody's password that has access to the cloud services. And then they will use that access to basically make other attacks.
Yes.
Right. So you have to be very careful. As I said, make sure you have proper passwords, two-tiered passwords, and make sure they are not small passwords that people
When you say two-tiered password, What do you mean?
Right. In other words, you will have dual authentication. So you will put in the password, but then it may send a text to you or a phone or one of your other devices to
Or
let you
email
know,
to you.
or email to you to let you know that somebody is accessing your credentials or using your credentials.
So we should make sure we set up our systems, whether it be any software we are using on our phones, have a two-tier verification system. Two-tier means, therefore, you put in your password, make sure I get it right, You put in your password, so good, you know your password, clap, clap, clap for you. But at the same time, the phone which is your phone and the email which you are supposed to be logged into, they're going to send it to that phone to say, is this?
Right.
So you know it's really you. So when you say, yeah, me that man, you can't go wrong.
Right, and you realize that a lot of businesses are moving towards cloud services.
Yes.
So the hackers now taking advantage of that, and are now attacking cloud services.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Facebook was down. You heard about it? I think it was down yesterday.
Yeah, for a little while, but they said it was probably a blackout due to probably a pipeline, because half of Asia was probably out because there was some break in a pipelines there on the sea. So we'll see how that turns out, or if the
But I
changes.
thought that now, like Facebook, I'm trying to figure out how the pipeline affect them. I'm sort of.
Well, a lot of internet or fast internet is run in big pipelines underwater. The thing is, they were discussing is that because a lot of in the Middle East, there a lot of boats are being attacked, and a lot of them get damaged when they drop anchor. So those are normally big.
Yes.
Right.
But
so
one would think they would have a backup system like using the
correct. So
internet.
They can reroute
not internet, the satellite connection.
Right. And most of that is actually still in testing stage, because remember we did say that Mr. Musk was, putting out some satellites to be high-speed internet, and other companies also have been trying to do this, and a lot of other technologies are growing up, because as looking recently also with the Chinese scientists, they have found ways to transform salty soil into fertile farmland, which I think is another technology that we should look at also, because there's technology there that we can take advantage of to increase. You will notice that there's a push across the world to basically find new food resources, which kind of pushes out, there must be a food shortage going on or something. Why we are pushing research into this.
Right.
We should probably take note of this also in our sector, because these guys are able to basically take vast wastelands and apply science to it and be able to get it.
The Israelis have done that too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's another thing that we should look on. And in the Caribbean, you see there's a lot of manufacturing. There's also a push to go into robotics. So and robotics may be used in automation of businesses, and you were just talking about what should happen if the sector where we answer the phone goes down.
Right.
What do we do then? Right. There are other things. There are many other things that we can go into with emerging technologies. Yes, artificial intelligence is coming out there and is changing around the landscape of employment. But it's for us to seek out other areas of employment using the same technology.
Now, since you have mentioned that the BPO and AI and so on, a listener brought it to my attention that with the development of AI, it could very well mean that there will be less reliance on human beings to give information.
Right.
And
there is a project that is a news agency. Basically, it writes the news for them. They're actually in a test phase in which the news is basically queried by AI. However, they do say that the editors do have the final say on what gets published, but the artificial intelligence will be doing the research.
The reason I mentioned the BPO sector, it's one of the fastest growing sector here in Jamaica. I think employing about 60,000 persons. Now, The same way in the garment sector industry some years ago, when we pushed that because there was need to employ a significant amount of unskilled labor. We know in a
Right.
situation with AI technology that you might have less need for that 60,000 persons. I'm saying to you, what next?
Well, we have to think about that. I mean, as I said, we just need to look at all of the avenues out there that technology has provided for us. Robotics, farming, applying technologies to farming. We can probably start farming again, but making use of the technologies to be able to can take advantage of the farmland that we have and basically be able to can self-sustain Jamaica, because you realize a lot of countries are moving to self-sustenance. Right. So we should probably think about the same way. At the same time, also, we're also discussing the ransomware, which is going around. And it's not just Jamaica. I mean, in Washington, D.C., there was Lockbit. It's a ransomware that basically, hit a lot of people out there. And, it basically stops a lot of business. So we should also make sure that we have people here that, are talented in regards to, going against or monitoring against, these attacks and making sure that we're available to protect ourselves. Right, definitely. So, I mean, we have to take the steps, to put in place, the technologies here in Jamaica to be able to, be on par with other technologies around the world. So many things being put out there every day. And also even Mr. Musk also put out that, Microsoft is also not using AI to the benefit of the world. They think that is just for he thinks that it's just for the benefit of Microsoft themselves. Right. So I don't know what that is a discussion otherwise, but yes, we want to be able to kind of put artificial intelligence in a positive way and use it positively within our society.
But in Jamaica, from your out there in the field, do you get the impression that we are moving towards that, or it's probably so expensive because we didn't create the technology? So my understanding is that we have to purchase it. Are we using it, and how do you see AI? Because if we don't jump on it, then the rest of the world will become far more productive than us, and we will not be able to compete with them.
That is true. And I do see people gravitate. I mean, we're Jamaicans, we don't really like to, we want to be able to kind of do work easily. So I do see people gravitating towards AI in the business place, as in, using the tools offered by the operating system, asking questions, learning more things. How they utilize it to benefit themselves, probably economically or inefficiencies, that is yet to be seen.
Right. All right, time has really slipped by. It's now 10:28. Just remind us how we can make contact with you. And all right, so go right ahead.
Definitely. You can contact me via email at intesol@techprojects.com. That's intesol@techprojects.com. Or you can telephone me at 876-849-6167.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. You have a wonderful day. And make sure it don't take so long to jump out of the clothes next time and make sure you land safely on Earth, right?
Definitely.
I love to give you trouble. But before you go, you must tell me why the IT sector, I probably don't want to come up with new words. Why do they have all these words that we used to use you used to have other meanings for, like tablet? But they're confusing us, man, especially those of us who are stepping up in age.
Yeah, I know, but language changes as we go along, and and when I guess the inventors, when they had the device, they created it as, hey, it looks like a little tablet, but people will confuse it for a pill or a disk drive, or so it's just a play on words, but you get used to it as language changes, and everybody, as you use the language, people get used to what it means.
Right. Okay, my brother, Mr. Monteith, the man who drops from the sky, but is really down to earth when it comes to the technology. Have a wonderful day, my friend. All the best.
Vernon. Take care.
All right, you're listening to Spot On with Vernon Darby coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica. So come back. Don't go.
Slowing starting? Won't start? Visit Champion Battery Company Limited, specializing in automotive batteries, windshield repair and headlamp polishing. Don't replace discolored head and tail light. Restore to factory-like condition with the Polyhog system. Glass technology, we save them. Everything priced to meet recession and your shrinking dollar. Champion Battery does it all. The battery of champions. Visit 59 Constant Spring Road, Kingston 10. Telephone 926-2646.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jn. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
My Mega With so much to do in one location, make Mega Mart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills, fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy, all in one amazing location. My Mega Mart, the best value by far. My Mega Mart, best value by far.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolios. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
They say this mountain can't be moved.
Have you ever thought about how much of your time you give to God? Whether it is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, God delights in the moments you share with Him. Join Prophet Dexon Burton for 30 minutes of prophetic glory, Thursdays at 11:30 on this station, as he takes you on a prophetic journey of signs, wonders, and miracles, breaking bread, administering healing, breakthrough, and deliverance. God speaks and His mind is revealed through His servant.
That there is no way through. They say this mountain can't be moved.
Have you ever thought about how much of your time you give to God? Whether it is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, God delights in the moments you share with Him. Join Prophet Dexon Burton for 30 minutes of prophetic glory, Thursdays at 11:30 on this station, as he takes you on a prophetic journey of signs, wonders, and miracles, breaking bread, administering healing, breakthrough, and deliverance. God speaks and His mind is revealed through His servant.
That there is no way through.
What's up, Sports Desk Massive? It's the new and improved. What you say?
Text message.
Can't stop to make a call. Well, you can still add your 2 cents by sending in WhatsApp messages or voice notes to 876-828-0925. What you say? During the Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m. Sponsored by BH Paints. Paint it. Love it with BH Paints.
This is your television and radio preacher, Bishop Dr. G.G. Cooper, asking you to join me every Sunday at 6 p.m. for revival time. Enjoy 60 minutes of old-fashioned, Holy Ghost anointed, yoke-destroying, burden-removing praise celebration.
Blessings. Have you been blessed by the Real Talk Show with Bishop Manning? Well, you can listen to the Real Talk Show Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the Omega Radio app. Just go to your app store and look for Omega Radio, or listen live on the Omega Church Broadcasting Network website. That's www.omegachurchradio.com. You can also watch on Facebook at Omega Church. On YouTube, you can watch the live church service at Omega Church or Omega Radio. You can also call us at 876-319-1148 or 876-613-9129. The toll-free number is 877-494-0253. That was a paid advertisement by Omega Radio.
Welcome back. Yes, you're listening to Spot On with Vernon Darby, coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah, right here. We're already in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. And as I keep on telling you about Jamaica, that beautiful country where we say, we little but we tallow. We're still trying to see if Wendell Wilkins, the people's lawyer, can be on air, but he's in court right now, and we're not getting any word from him. So I feel very strongly, more than likely he will not be able to make it. But just in case that he's able to join us later on, I will definitely facilitate that. So you continue to stay with us, and we will do our best to get him online. And of course, we want to hear from you, to let me just remind you of the number to call. And I must tell you, I'm very concerned that Jamaicans, especially those who mean the country well, they're not speaking out enough. They're leaving things to other persons who, sometimes, I have to be careful what I say, but I don't know, they're very selfish. They don't mean the country well. Those who are informed, those who have the information, you need to get more involved. Many of you we're going to those chat groups. There was a time when we used to just sit on our verandas and just talk. Now the chat groups on, whether it be WhatsApp and whatever again now, Mr. Hyde, you don't know that. You don't know that. But I all these groups. What's the other one name? Twitter. I have so many of those groups. It's just good, to go on those groups and talk with one another. But it is also very important to come on radio, make sure that your voice is heard nationally. And of course, I tell you, when I get information from you, the information is passed to our leaders, whether in the public sector or in the private sector. So when you come on this program, it's not just to just come and talk. Before I say anything more, let me just remind you of the number to call, 876-968-8117, 876-968-8117. So remember that if you're having challenges related to consumer matters, your community matters, you talk to me, and I will tell you that I'm definitely in contact with our leaders. When I say in contact, I mean real time. If the leader of the opposition, the prime minister, and I really pick up my phone and I call them. And I must tell you, I find them quite attentive. Where I'm having problems it's in the public sector and in the private sector also. But as much as we blast our political leaders, I find that they are far more sensitive and far more entertain discussions more than many of those of us in the private sector. I must mention something. I got a complaint from a gentleman, and I'm making it public because I'm tired of it now, and it has to do with Jamaica National. This is going about a month now, and let me make it very clear. I'm not saying that the problem with the funds being transferred from the U.S. to Jamaica National is the fault of Jamaica National, that the gentleman's account has not been credited. But my God, man, responder, man, I've sent you information, and I'm yet to hear this morning I sent information again. Now, if we do not act on things in a timely manner, people will lose confidence in the financial sector. Now, there was a time when one could just put the money in an envelope and send it through the post office. They used to have what they call it again? Come on. Someone who born a long time tell me, he used to go to the post office and you buy something, order. Yeah, order. You say, then we come back. Postal order, right? And you could send the money overseas, but it seems to me that those days are done. And sometimes I wonder, might as well go back to those good old days of your postal order. You purchase your postal order and, you send it overseas. Now the man sending much thousands of US to Jamaica, and nobody can tell you what happened to that money. That just can't work. So, the Honorable Mr. Giant, I need to hear from you, sir. Get your management team working, and when information is sent to them, they must respond. The gentleman is in the United States. He has his business to do in Jamaica, and he's unable to do it because the money is not credited to his account. Right? And they're telling people about where to put the money, about people to put the money under their mattress. At least when you put the money under the mattress. We have a caller. Let's go. Message me. Let me see who we have now. Just let me know on this who we have on now. Right. Okay, it's now, wow, time is really flying. It's now 10:40. All right. Okay. Oh, we have Wendell. Oh, Wendell's now on air. All right, let's just go to that theme. I don't have much time, but let's just go to the theme quickly. Boss Wendell, how you do?
I am fine, I am fine.
You make me afraid to me say that court to me. I wonder if you are the lawyer or you are the accused.
Well, I am trying to assist somebody who has an issue, but the court is not yet started, so I'm using the opportunity to spend time with you to educate and to discuss and to share.
I don't need you to tell me that, you know. I could tell you. And even when you go and you reach inside the bed, I tell you that it's postponed until next, 2-3 months?
Yes, that's how it is. So this morning we want to have a look at recall of an elected member.
Yes.
That was promised many years ago, that the constitution and the laws will be changed so that persons, voters, constituents can recall their elected member.
You're living in hope.
We should really decide whether that is something that we need. Because sometimes there's no performance, disappointment by the elected member. Or the elected member decide to switch from one color to another.
And that is becoming quite popular these days.
Yes, and you wonder what kind of business is that? He came based upon a certain color and support and all of that.
Philosophy.
And all of us, he has changed color.
But suppose he was have the same.
In my young days, you know, you used to have certain reptiles that change color. I used to look at them, you know.
They still exist, you know.
One color to another.
They still exist.
So you're wondering what kind of reptilian activity is that? Is it ethical? Is it right? And
they come use big word for me. Reptilian, what a thing. But you're making some profound statements there, you know, because if you switch, you would have to feel your positions on certain things. And when you switch, or can the voters switch?
No, the voters might decide to support you, but some may not.
All right, let me tell you, since you're here, let me just play a clip of a gentleman. He switched and then he switched again. Let's hear what he has to say. Because you know, last night I got a message about a councillor who had switched. That's Councillor Winston Ennis. So let's hear that recording.
Sure. Good afternoon, information media. I just want you all to know that I have walked away from the Jamaica Labour Party. I've walked away from the KSAMC. I won't be going down there to be sworn in. I have to protect my dignity, I have to protect my values, and I have to protect my family. And the way I've been treated and disrespected, I am not having any more of it. And I've walked away. So officially, I am an independent until I return to Jamaica on the 3rd. I am leaving here tomorrow morning and I will return on the 3rd. I am tired of the disrespect. And I am going no further with it. Sorry that I may have disappointed some of you in this group, because I know a lot of you.
I tell you what, we have to
me
that's enough of that one. So guess what? I'm a friend, you know. Him disrespect him, so him disrespect me. Well then, let's go for the break and we'll come back. But it's we have to look at it next week, you know. Okay, so We're talking with Wendell Wilkins, the people's lawyer. Vernon Darby and Spot on, so come back. Don't move.
Three Angels Pharmacy, the premier provider of quality pharmaceutical care, opens every day except Saturday. Located at shop number 7, 7B Caledonia Road, Mandeville, call 625-5584. The temperature by Three Angels Pharmacy is
29 degrees Celsius in New Kingston.
Come and experience comfort and ease as you make funeral arrangements for your deceased. For only 50,000 Jamaican dollars, TTN Media will do that and more. Our expert team will give you live streaming, capturing both church and the interment. Getting connection globally. You will have memories to share long after. Contact us at 876-541-3613. TTN Media, where every moment is cherished. Conditions apply.
My Mega
With so much to do in one location, make Mega Mart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills, fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy, all in one amazing location. My Mega Mart, the best value by far.
My Mega Mart, best value by far.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Welcome back. Yes, the people's lawyer is still here with us. My friend Wendell, you remember they used to have a knife they call what? Switchblade, you remember it? Hey, you remember the switchblade knife?
Yes, I remember.
Well, that switchblade knife cut, you know. So
yes, it does.
Switch. Continue, my friend.
So the principle of it is that you are given authority by the people, your electors. It doesn't belong to you.
Yes.
You are given a mandate based upon whatever is the platform the people say you should have. And therefore, you are there with their authority. So you can't get up one day and say, because of disaffection with somebody or some party, or I had a new dream. I am going to...
I have a dream.
Yes. I am going to go independent. You were not elected.
That today, last night I was 1P, and today I am another P.
No, that is inconsistent, and it is disrespectful of the electors who elected you. They put you there on a certain mandate, a certain basis. You can't by yourself. Whatever you face, whatever disaffection you have, or change of heart or mind, switch.
Well, like I know you have a one man who's putting forward himself as an independent there in Trelawney, Mr. Padmore. But he might switch from being an independent to the People's National Party, but then he's not in as it. So that's a story that you're getting first on this station. Nobody else has gotten it.
Okay.
That's
So
in
as a matter
Southern
of
Trelawney.
principle, and a matter of ethics, you need to vacate that authority that you got and face the public and ask the public, the electors again, whether they are supporting you to turn into a different color or to be independent or whatever. But you just can't, of your own free will, decide what you want to do.
But Wendell, you mentioned that creature. We used to call it crown lizard. When the crown lizard that change color, I not tell you, it just change color.
But Mr. Darby, we are not lizards.
You see, you're not a lawyer if you're not, you know. We are not lizards, I see.
We are at the top of the animal kingdom.
I see, I see.
And therefore, we should behave accordingly.
Accordingly.
Nothing is wrong, with a change of mind.
We don't live by
a change
instincts.
of
Yes.
Vision, a new dream. Nothing is wrong. But you cannot take it upon yourself
Yes.
to say, I am over here. I have crossed the floor. Come with me. You must face the electorate. The electorate might very well say, no, we're not going with you.
I see. The man said they're not going with you. Okay.
Yes.
So when
and
you
they have a right to decide that. So it is an undemocratic principle to cross the floor or convert yourself into a new political animal, saying that you are independent. And remember, oftentimes the independent person is just a camouflage, They have a color. But
Wendell, I've never heard it said like that before, Wendell. Yes. We have to talk. I've never heard it said like that before.
Yes.
The change is, you say it's undemocratic because you were voted on based upon certain principles and so on. You just change.
Yes. So we can't depend on individuals because of the self factor to change and cross and move around just like that. That's not proper. So we need a law to intervene, to recall if you are floundering and not performing, and a law which says you just can't get up one day, belch, and say you're of a new color, a new party.
And by the way, I gather, I don't know if it's a new party or new alliance, but I see one here, Mr. Carlos Daly, is involved. And I gather that one of the new parties that came about recently, I think it's the UIC, that is no more. So that's a challenge too, because I normally say if you put up Jackass A and Jackass B, then I should not be forced to vote for either of those jackasses because I'd make myself into a third jackass. Now, the third parties have been trying, I think, but every time they turn non-starters, I hear one had to drop out, and there are questions now surrounding the departure of that one. Now, I gather that there is a meeting at the Medallion Hall right now. When I'm speaking to you, I'm getting information. And one Mr. Carlos Daly involved. So I wonder what will come out of that. But, right across the world, we get caught up, well, most countries, into the two-party system. I don't know why. I guess it's tradition. It has become a culture of the world. So. And by the way, even in Jamaica, everything now is tied down into it. Even the Electoral Commission is the two parties. In the House, it's two. Everything is all about two parties. That's why I must ask you, the parties are not recognized in our Constitution. And I understand the point you made if you're on a party ticket. But then I can't understand where the electoral office, they talk about which party has won and which one has lost, especially when dealing with municipalities. Is that a national election? That's something that I found quite strange.
Yes, well, the language of who win and lose should be removed from the pronouncements, you see? What the pronouncement should be is something clinical. Yes. This party got X amount and that party gets S amount. But this language of win is very subjective and it is full of emotion. So
yes.
Language of the state body should be just to give the raw statistics. This is the result and give the mathematical or numerical result, but not to say and declare who is the winner.
Wendell, when I talk more time, people tell me, but when you talk like you're a lawyer. Well, if you listen to this program and you listen to the lawyers, you will eventually talk like them because they are trained. I called the electoral office. I spoke to even the secretary, the public relations persons. I warned them. They didn't listen. And I told them that they would pay dearly for it. I put out the information publicly. It is just amazing. I even said to them, the man who's in charge, he should not let any journalist ask him, what is your opinion? You're not an analyst. Give the facts, give the figures. And what you can't understand with a low time
and leave out the question of who win
and who lose
and who didn't win, because that is very emotive and it's interpretative
and it's helping to create more controversy. And one thing I must tell you, and I have to leave now though, I cannot understand how the vote for one person can flip to the other. There's no check and balance. It's just unbelievable. Wendell Wilkins, my brother, thank you very much for making the
Yes,
effort,
it's a pleasure.
even although you're in court.
Okay.
You are
Take
truly
care.
dedicated.
All the best.
Man,
Yes.
servant of the people. Thank you much, Wendell. Very quickly, on the weather, a weak ridge is across Jamaica. With the ridge, expect predominantly dry conditions through to the weekend. 24-hour forecast, partly cloudy across eastern parishes, mainly sunny elsewhere. This afternoon becoming cloudy, especially across northern parishes. Tonight, mainly fair. All right, let's take a look now at those wonderful persons who are celebrating their birthday today. Of course, we have Valerie Roper. Valerie, how you doing? Make sure you have a wonderful day. Carl Schmidt. Oh, it's a difficult one to pronounce, yes. Gavin White, yes, my adopted son. Yeah, man, he don't leave me out at all. You know. Yes, my adopted son. Was my son's friend, and Gavin has never left me out at all. Gavin, you really are a genuine Jamaican. All the best, my brother. And, of course, Ghana celebrates its independence today. And, of course, I have some listeners there in Ghana who they're listening today. Mr. Hoyt, thank you very much, my brother. Yeah, I see I stretched over there. Oh, yes, sir. And where's Pastor Boyne here? When I look through this glass, I can't see too well. You know? Pastor Boyne, thank you very much. And I leave you with this one. Puss and dog now have the same look. So careful when you take chance. Vernon Darby saying, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Walk with my friend. Oh yes! And them choose that song for me, you know. I know that was a deliberate thing. Badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Badaration them out, but let me tell you something. We need some God in our way. If we get some God in our way, then badaration will disappear. Come on, sing with me, Jamaica, sing with me in the world. Come on. Badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Me say ya come with this a come, and we no want no badaration, oh. Hey. Me say ya come with this a come, and we no want no badaration, oh. This a come, me say ya come with just a come, and we no want no badaration, oh. Me say ya come, oh, come on Jamaica. Don't let the cuss get you down. Let's lift up our spirits. I don't get to the cuss on this one. Oh, badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Badaration, oh. Badaration. 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 Well, I was somewhere in my gone because that's the only way you die, you're gone. But I'm not here. I'm getting out of here. I love you all. Take care, my friends. It has been spot on with Vernon Darby.